Welcome to Let's Talk Jets Radio.
What's up, everybody? Let's Talk Jets Radio. I'm totally unprepared. I only have water on me right now. That's my bad. Cheers. Hope everybody's doing well. Tyrone,
Whoa.
how you doing, man?
Prime time. The GOAT with the greatest show on Saturday. Everyone, please check it out. All-star cast, yo.
On
Great
Saturday?
Show.
Who shows on Saturday?
Thursday, bro. It's been a long week.
We can't even get the promo right?
Yo, listen, you came with the classic, bro.
You had to tune in Saturday night. Like, what the?
Thursday at 7:00. My bad. But listen,
I appreciate it.
Yo, you came with the old intro, bro. Like, you didn't even play the new one.
Oh, is that the old one?
Yeah, that was the old one.
You know what? That's
classic, though.
He should have deleted it.
Oh, you know what? Classic.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. Now I see.
Yeah, you see where it's at. Yeah,
that's
you
my
see
bad.
where it's
That's
at.
my bad.
Yeah, it's all good though. Classic, baby.
Hopefully, I didn't jinx anything for this offseason, in particular with Quan Alexander, Quinnen Williams, all that news going on. First, just thank you to everybody that's taking the time to buy some T-shirts. I believe the first set are all going out this weekend, so we appreciate all that. And I guess we'll jump right into it. We'll say what's up to the chat real quick.
What up, chat?
Hope you guys are all doing well.
Hope everybody had a good Mother's Day.
If you're not subscribed, please do so. Plenty of stuff in store for the next couple months leading up to training camp. Got plenty of news. If you guys checked out Tyson's show on yesterday night, actually, with Tailgate Joe, we got a nice tailgate lined up for week 1, which should be awesome.
Yes, sir. Gonna be crazy.
Up, Steve. So, yeah, let's get right into it. We'll start with Quan Alexander, who met with the Steelers yesterday. You know, to me, this is a sign that he's clearly not getting what he's looking for. You know, do you think Joe Douglas is kind of taking the right approach with this? Like, is it worth the risk to potentially lose out on him over, $500,000, $1 million, whatever it might be? Because, you look at what he signed for last year, it was peanuts. So should he just cave to bring back a returning starter from a top 5 defense? Or, do you feel comfortable waiting this thing out for a little longer?
Nah, I think they should bring Kwon back. I think the margin of money can't be too outrageous, and it doesn't make any sense. He was a starter, unless they're really looking at Nazardine or Sherwood stepping into that role. I think Sherwood looked good when he came in from Moses last year, but I don't like playing. I don't like playing like that. I think Kwon comes in. I think Kwon, he knows the system, but he played really well last year, all over the field. He's a big hitter. The crowd the fans love him. But at the same time, that they might be on Nazardine and Sherwood. I think, listen, Nazardine was probably a top 2 or top 3 pick if he wouldn't have got hurt. Sherwood, he might have grown into the role, so they might have a bigger role for them guys. But I would like to have Kwon back myself.
Yeah, and again, it's not going to cost a ton of money. I highly doubt he's looking for a 2 or 3 year contract where he's making $10 million a year. So yeah, just to bring back a returning starter, some continuity, like you said, a big time hitter, he can change momentum. So I'm all about that. Question for you, Tyrone: how's the weight loss going?
Yo, you know what? Actually, bro, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago, and I got on the scale. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Your boy gained like 10 more pounds back, bro. So yeah, it was dun. Yeah,
dude, we're not even in tailgate season right now.
But I'm locking in. I'm locking back in now.
The weather's gorgeous out, man. Get out.
Yo, I had a lot of bro. Work's been crazy, bro. I was on that midnight shift, so I was driving all night for like almost like 4 or 5 months. It just threw everything off, dude. It really has. But no excuses. I'm back on it. So
what time do you start work? Or do you just make your own schedule week by week?
I make my own schedule, but at the loads I were doing, I had to drive all night. I had to go from Virginia to Connecticut, so I had to be there the next morning. So what happened was, I had no other choice but to drive all night, and it was like that for almost 4 months. But that account's over with now.
If you're able to make your own schedule, you got no excuse then.
No, not.
I gotta be up 6:30 every morning. So what I actually did, about a month and a half ago, what I started doing, I'm waking up an hour earlier now. So I'm getting my 3 miles in before I go to work. So like at night, I'm getting so much better sleep, and it's becoming like
Yeah,
more of a routine where it's like, all right, I'm,
that's
I'm
cool.
finally
That's
getting
cool.
home late at night. I'm tired, like I'm exhausting myself during the day, like between that
That,
baseball
that,
after work, like
that, I'm, I'm definitely proud of you. But what happens is this: I make my schedule, but not necessarily like that. I can't pick the load till after 4. I have to go like almost 600 miles, so I have to drive all night. And then it's traffic. I'm dealing with Jersey, New York, Delaware, PA, Connecticut traffic, bro. It's been what it was. No excuses though, man.
shout out to Darren and Armin. Well done. Hopefully, all being inspired by
Yo,
the guy
absolutely.
Beckham. So shifting over to Quinnen Williams. Very interesting turn of events yesterday. He changes his Twitter profile, defensive tackle for ... To me, this is really a non-story. Like we're so far away from like any of these negotiations really mattering. You got 3 months, even longer actually, until anything's like mandatory, I believe. So like I get the negotiating part of it. He wants his money. He's been a soldier for this team for 4 years. But at the same time, like the Jets have time to hammer this out. I believe the details today where he's seeking somewhere around 25, 30 million. I find it very hard to believe between now and training camp they're not going to find some common ground because even on Quinnen's side, he's going to want to be a part of this. The losing that he's experienced for his first 4 years, you think he's not going to want to be a part of an Aaron Rodgers led New York Jets team that's going to be the talk of the town? Like at some point, it's just done.
No. At some point, though, I hope they do get it done. I'm thinking it's more like the deal that the guy for the Giants got, somewhere like I think it was like what 100 million, 60 million guarantee. I think it's the guaranteed money is the biggest holdup. I mean, and I think it's gonna be somewhere around 65. I mean, you can't go much higher than that. We're not looking at 30 million a year. That's not realistic. I'm thinking somewhere around 22, 23. I mean, it's probably. I mean, the way
He's gonna get at least 25, I think.
yeah, but the way he pulled everything down, that's just a tactic. I don't like the fact that the feeling that you're making your star player feel like that though. Like, at least keep him in the ballpark because when you start doing stuff like that, the numbers are way off. You know what I'm saying? They're way
Yeah.
off for him to start doing stuff like that. So they're a lot further than what they're letting on. But at the same time, you're going to keep this guy. This guy, he's a staple of your team. He's done everything right. Yeah, I understand you had him on the contract for 2 more years, but why would you play with that? Why would listen? You send a real message when you have a guy like that in the locker room. And I understand his numbers haven't been the greatest, but each year he has got better, and you have better talent around him. So listen, without Quinn has dominated the last 2 years. You got to give him credit for that.
Yes, but at the end of the day, every dollar matters, right? You're a win now team that's going to be paying your quarterback, even though there's talks the Jets and Rodgers are restructuring. You're still going to be paying your quarterback a decent amount of money. So it's not like you're paying a rookie quarterback anymore. No, like you're paying for a win now quarterback on a win now team. So
But you have it, but you're not paying anyone else. You're playing a few other players. You're playing
yeah,
Mosley, JFM. You're playing a few guys. You got guys coming up. You got money. You got money to pay Quinn now. Get it out the way because the longer you wait, the more money it's going to be. So why not just go ahead and knock it out? I mean, it's not. Listen, it's nothing. It's not going to. Listen. Joe D's going to work this contract to where you can get out in 3 years if it doesn't work anyway. So it's going to be a 3-year contract. If the kid wants 25 million or something like that,
we are
you know what
paying
I'm saying?
both.
Give it to
That's
him. You
fair.
know what I mean? Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. You know what I mean? So you're not getting locked in for a long period. You got mad money next year, so go. You know what I mean? Get it done now and just move forward. Because I don't want
I
Quinn
just think
coming
I
in
just
late.
think there's no rush to get it done.
No, it's
Like
no. But
from the fan perspective, yeah, we don't want any distractions going into the season. I totally get that. But what is the rush? Like if he signs in July before training camp, once he's on that field, day one of camp, like are we going to care that they
nah,
fought
but
negotiated for 3 months? Like it doesn't matter.
this is my issue though. You get a guy who's been sitting around. I mean, Quinn was in great shape. No, I'm not gonna say that. But what if he comes in? He's not in football shape. He comes in and he training camp and he pulls a hammy or something. Bro, come on, man. That shit just lingers on. I don't want. Listen, I want no
Bring back Revis, man,
distractions. Yeah, man. Like because that's the one. That's the one spot that his spot is not interchangeable. He's the only guy that comes in and dominates like that. I think Al Wood and the other guy we got from Seattle will be productive. Solomon Thomas, his days are past. So you need that push in the middle to do what you want to do. So you know
Al
how
Wood's
important this guy
contract is
is.
crazy. What was it like 2.2 million they gave him?
Yeah,
That's a
I
great
was like,
deal.
yo, that, that
And
that's a steal.
and this is a good comment from Armand here that yeah, it's very possible they're just waiting on the Rodgers deal to get finalized first to figure out what money is going to be paid in what years for him first, and then they can get Quinnen done after that.
You know what? I'm starting to think more and more that Rogers is going to be here 2 years.
I think he's
I
going to be here 3
really,
years. I think he's going to
I
be here
really,
3 years.
I hope so. I hope so. But
If
I'm
he's
really,
healthy
but
and the team is winning, I think he's going to be here 3 years, and he's going to want to
well,
win 2 Super Bowls, not just one.
well, I'm gonna tell you this right here. I was really shocked that he was gonna stay more than one. So if that works, because his contract, I think he's next year it's gonna be like 100 million. So you're gonna have to have like a third year, just a voided year, whatever, so they can match the money. But we're not paying nobody, so pay them.
All right, fair. And I guess the last bit of news today, the Jets brought back a familiar face, Javelin Guidry, coming back.
Yes,
They
sir.
released him last year as part of that wave of cuts that got claimed that spurred my outrage in the car that day. But good to
Yeah.
have him back. I know he got claimed, I think, once or twice by different teams. Ended up on the Raiders. Played a little bit last year. A guy that's experienced, can play nickelback.
Yep.
Really nothing
Great
not to
slot.
like about this, right?
Yep, great slot. I mean, absolutely. I mean, I was glad to see them. They snatched him right back up. Like I said, the one thing behind Michael Carter, I don't know who we have behind Carter. So, his speed, was he like a 4.3 2 guy, something like that? Probably his
I think he
speed is
was low four
crazy.
threes. Yeah, low four
Yeah,
threes.
he was fast as hell. Yeah, so yeah, definitely fit the
Steve wants
system.
to know if we think Breece Hall will be ready by week 1.
I don't. I don't. I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't want him to rush him back. I really don't. I'm like, look, put him on the pop list. When he's ready, he's 100% healthy. You know what I'm saying? Let him get out there and do it. I think that we got Bam, we got Carter, and then we got the kid that we drafted, which I think is going to be amazing. This kid is a one cut guy. He's super fast, super talented. This kid's going to be the steal of the draft. Watch what I tell you.
With those games on your schedule, the first 4 weeks, I mean, even the entire first half of the year, you really don't feel comfortable playing Breece Hall if he's healthy, if he's 100% in training camp. Like,
No, 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 no,
I'm
no.
not
If
saying
he's
give
a
you 100%. I take that
no,
back. But
if
close to
he
100%.
if he's 100%, absolutely. But if he's like 75, 80, I don't want to. Prime time, I don't. Like, listen. I don't want to rehearse. Listen, he is too important down the stretch of what we're trying to do. I understand the first 4 games are very important. Listen, Bam and Carter and the other kid can get it done till Brees gets back. Our lines are a lot better. We're gonna be a lot more physical. We got physical runners, and if everybody stays healthy, we'll be okay. I hope so. Anyway.
As long as he's healthy, I mean, for me at least, he's going to be active week 1. Now,
Oh yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
not giving him 20 carries a game. It's
No.
probably a 50-50 split at best. He may not even get 50%, but at the very least, yeah, he's on the week 1 roster, and he's at least out there for some of the important downs.
Yeah,
Well, it's
yeah.
a
If, if,
meaningful
if
game.
he's healthy and if he's 100%, oh yeah, he's getting more than 50 carries. I mean, more than 20 carries.
Payne, Simmons, and Lawrence have all gotten a deal done. Quinnen is better than all those guys. Needs his
Yep.
25 million a year. I'm not going
Yep.
to fight it. I
Amen. Nope.
completely agree.
Amen.
I just think
Amen.
again, you're 3 months out from training camp. Like, they have time to get this done. Both sides are going to negotiate. At some point, I think both sides are going to realize it's best for them to come to a deal. So,
Yeah, I think so too. You're not. It's not too much fighting you're gonna do.
you think Javelin Guidry can beat out Bryce Hall?
I mean, Bryce
Cornerback.
Hall didn't even dress last year, and listen,
They
I
didn't
wish they
want
would.
him.
I wish they would just move this kid to safety. I think he would be a great safety. He doesn't have the speed to be a corner, but I love the kid. I love his heart. I love what he does. He's not fast enough to be a corner. He's just not. He's not.
Yeah, they did add Travis Dye also. Still have Zonovan Knight coming back.
Yeah.
They had the draft pick in the 5th round. So, they have some options. But again, if Breece Hall is healthy and ready to go, again, limited role, but yeah, you can bring him back slowly.
Yeah, it's important. Listen, it's really important that we get off to a great start this first 4 games. So you want all your weapons out there, but I think we have enough weapons that if Brees is not ready, we know he's coming. We'll be fine with that.
No matter how slow they bring him back, though, I still don't think you're going to see the Breece Hall from last year at any point this year. Like, that
Yeah,
burst that we saw, it's still not going to be fully there for at least another year or
yeah.
two. But he's going
That's
to
why.
be at his best, I think, by week
That,
1.
but see, and I understand that. But that's why I said don't rush him back. I mean, look. They say Saquon was trash, and he comes back, his second year after that surgery, and just got back to the old Saquon. What's up, Elmo? You know what I'm saying? He came back and did what he did. So I mean, being able to see a guy like that and how ferocious he ran, I want that Brees back, man, because this kid is
Well,
absolutely like
Elmo
a
never says
lobotomy.
hi to me, but it's okay. We'll continue. I'll post a link for the chat if anybody wants to hop on. If you have any comments on Kwon, on Quinnen, on Flight 23 debuting Thursday night, which should be
Thursday
fun. I'm
night.
excited to see all that footage from the offseason leading up to the Rodgers trade. What we'll do until we bring some callers on, and you guys could even hop in on this. I guess just going through the depth chart right now. What positions do you feel like the Jets still have some tinkering and some maneuvering to do it? I'll start with the quarterback position, where you got Tim Boyle, who's obviously got some experience. He knows the offense. They're clearly set on bringing back Zach Wilson. You still have Streveler as well. do you see a fifth quarterback being added to the mix?
Um, I don't, but I think we should have a more potent backup behind Rodgers. I mean, listen, I mean, I don't want Zach touching the field. I'm just being honest with you. I think you're playing with fire right there, but I think right now they'll go and they'll see what I think they're going to go into camp with the four that we have, see what happens, see what the guys are. We know what Rodgers is, so we're not worrying about him. I think the other guys have to prove themselves. If not, if things start looking bad, watch for them guys to bring another guy in.
I'm kind of torn. I kind of agree with you. I feel like they're going to go into camp with those four and just see, all right, where is Zach at? Is he completely lost still, or is taking a step back doing some positive for him, having Rodgers as his mentor? But even still, though, like the thought of Rodgers missing a couple games this year, if the Jets are in a playoff race in November and December, and you're throwing out Tim Boyle in a meaningful game, or Zach Wilson, like, to me, that's crazy. Like, if Rodgers gets seriously injured, the season's done anyway. So at that point, you could throw Zach out there and say, all right, whatever, let's see what he could do in year 3. But like, if it's a 2 to 3 week injury when you're in a playoff hunt, like, that scares me. And so for that, when you're talking Brian Hoyer, or I think Andy Dalton's still out, like, bring in somebody that's got some starting experience.
A competent backup. That's how you listen. If you're a win-now team has a competent backup. So if you think that we're a win-now team, Rodgers has been healthy his whole career, but at the end of the day, knock on wood, it is what it is. I mean, you bring in a competent backup to secure what you're trying to do. And for me, I'm going to say safety and linebacker, but we can start with safety first.
Nothing against the guy, but at no stage should anybody want Streveler getting snaps at camp. It should be Rodgers, Boyle, and Zach Wilson. That's it. Unless they feel like they can design, like, some wildcat packages around Streveler, like the Tim Tebow days. But again, with Rodgers as your quarterback, I don't even know why you'd consider going down that route. But
yeah, absolutely.
Unless we feel that Hackett will enhance the Streveler package, which is always a possibility.
I mean, always. But listen. I mean, you got AR as your quarterback. We're not putting in packages for another quarterback. But safety, I like Clark. I like Whitehead. I want a real ball hawk type free safety back there. And I'm hoping that they find somebody, maybe June 1st cut, somebody that we could bring in. That's why I said with Hall, man, listen, if we could make this guy into a safety, I think he'll be a great safety. But it's just what it is, man.
I'm curious to see that kid from LSU, Converse, whether or not he's
man.
Early on, or possibly even see in the field.
No,
he's got a ton of experience. I think Samini wrote he's got like 3,500 snaps from his time at LSU, and that's like nickel, that's safety. Like, he's played all over there.
Did you see his numbers being targeted?
They were good, yeah.
No, they were horrible.
Were they?
Like, yes, they were horrible.
Were good on him.
Nah, there was none. His passing rate against him, bro, like 100 or something. Like, it was a crazy number, bro. Nah. Check it out. Check it out. I'm telling you, watch. You'll be surprised.
Sleeping on Tony Adams. They clearly value Tony Adams. Just the fact they cut Pinnock and some other guys last year.
But is Tony Allen really going to be a free safety?
He might be now.
I think
who else is your free safety right now?
That's the whole problem. See, man, listen, I thought they were going to move Whitehead when they got Clark. Because, I mean, listen, we got Clark on a really good deal. And the value of Clark coming in is he's an all-purpose safety. So he can play free safety and he can play box safety. He's great in coverage. He might have lost a step, but he came from the Ravens. So he's coming in with that winning kind of pedigree. He knows what it takes to get it done. You know what I mean? So I like that. But I just don't see Whitehead and Clark. Well, you know what, primetime? They could go with a big nickel, too, with three safeties on the field at the same time, and then you could go with somebody like Paul. You can switch it up like that. But I still want that kind of ball hawking,
or even a guy like Eccles, maybe can.
Yeah. Well, see, now I like Eccles being a backup as a DB backup. I just think he's ferocious, he's physical, and you need a guy like that in case somebody goes down that can come in and be competent. When the Hall came in last year? It was last year for last. It was a wrap, bro. Like first 2 plays with touchdowns, bro. Like, nah, get his ass about there. Nah, I mean, but he's a great player. He's just slow from time. He's not fast enough, and he's not physical enough to jam at the line. So you can't have they went right after him, so he's still on the field.
Yeah, maybe even Guidry gets to look there. I appreciate everybody that tuned in to the NYJF pod on Thursday nights. We'll be back live again this week. Shout out again to Bilal Powell who joined us. He was awesome for the full hour and a half that he stayed with us, which was awesome.
Yeah, it was great. I watched the whole show. It was a great show too, bro.
Whole show, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, it was really, really good. I was like, damn, it was really, really good, bro. And Bilal was just so honest and open, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, it was cool, man. It was really cool. Dope in that
He's a
show.
cool dude.
Dope interview. Yeah, he really is a cool guy, bro. Like, he was like really laid back. Just he was really giving the nasty, bro. Especially when he's talking about Le'Veon. Well, he didn't say Le'Veon
Yeah.
per se, but he was like, yo, the best. He said if people talk about the Jets in the line, he said, yo, I average 4.5 yards a carry. What the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the best running back on the team. Obviously.
Yeah,
that was
no
real.
hesitation saying that. I was the best running back on the field that year.
Yo, and he meant that, and that was real, bro. I didn't realize 4.5 yards a carry, bro. I didn't realize that.
He got it done every year, man. Every year.
I did not realize. I mean, I knew he was always one of my favorite running backs, but yo, 4.5 a carry with the teams that we had, the line that we had. Yo, you know what's blooming? He said, I had 9 offensive coordinators in 10 years.
7, but what's the difference?
Yo, that's crazy, yo. Wow.
Crazy. Yeah, between that and all the quarterbacks and everything else, just
man. Yeah, he never played.
That's why I appreciate it. Like you could hear it in his voice, like how sincere he was about being able to retire as a Jet and only put on that Jet uniform for his entire career. Like
that's why I love
that meant more to him than going somewhere else and winning. And so, for that, that's why he gets elevated for where he is.
Listen, and then he was like the evil empire called him, and he was like, "Nah, I can't do it." Yo, salute, General. I was done right there, bro. But the Bobby Bilal Powell jersey, man. Bring it out. Classic.
All right, so one position I want to get to on the offense, we talked a little bit about the running backs, but the receivers I think is pretty interesting because there's a segment of the fan base that I feel like thinks Rodgers alone is going to take this group and elevate them, which obviously I do as well. You add a Hall of Fame quarterback, he's going to make everybody better. But the fact that they were so close to signing Odell and all those rumors about possibly even taking a running back in round 1, to me that says like, this offense still needs another weapon. And it doesn't just have to be at receiver, but I think that's the most obvious position that you would add one because you have the flexibility with Corey Davis's contract to potentially move him. And you already have a guy that's very similar size, a willing blocker, and Alan Lazard. So do you see any moves happening at receiver?
I'm gonna say no right now. I think they're comfortable with Corey Davis. Everyone thought that Corey Davis was leaving. You know what I'm saying? That was the biggest thing. Everyone thought Corey Davis was leaving, and with Corey Davis not leaving, I think they're comfortable with it. I think they're going to run with it. I think Mims is the odd man. I'm gonna be really honest with you. And somebody else they brought back too. One of the kids they undrafted free agent. What's the kid's name? Prime time. Like he's a jump ball type guy, but the kid is really, really talented, man. So I think Mims is out this year. I think I really think Mims is gone. I think he's just gonna get cut flat out. I'm comfortable with what we got. I think if they got Odell, then Davis was gone. They didn't get Odell, so Davis is still there. And yo, you know what you could do, bro? Listen, you could put Davis or Wilson in the slot, kind of like what Dallas does with
I don't know if I want
Lamb.
Davis in the slot.
No, but what about Wilson in the slot, yo? A mismatched nightmare. You know what I mean? So, like I said, they're looking at different ways to acclimate these guys, to get them all on the field. They know that part. I trust they know what they're doing. And listen, I'll be honest with you, this is the best receiving core Aaron's had in probably about 5 or 6 years. So let's and he's an accurate quarterback, so it will be okay.
And it seems like Devontae Adams isn't that happy with the Raiders, but we'll save that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alan, who's calling or chiming in from Guam. That's awesome. Got his tickets.
What's up, big dog?
Whole family's coming. Can't wait to hang out there.
Hey, man, can't wait to see you and your wife, bro. Can't wait for that, man.
Apologies to Brian. I will not have the pork belly week 1 because I will not be doing any cooking at all. I've been yelled at by Tyson. I need to interact with people more and stop worrying about cooking. So I'm going to let Tailgate Joe handle all the cooking. I'm bringing myself some beers, and that's about it.
Trulies. We're drinking Trulies.
I'm drinking anything I can get my hands on for that game. That atmosphere is going to be
it's going to be a long day, buddy.
Does AVT start at left tackle? And Tippmann start at guard? I think, if anything, McGovern would probably start at guard.
Yeah. Listen, I think your boy can beat McGovern out, too. I think we put Tucker back in his right spot. He's going back to right guard. I think we'll be okay with that. He's an all-pro right guard, bro. Off the rip.
You don't think he would be an all-pro tackle too?
I think so.
Come on, man.
Yes.
And that's where I get torn because that's his natural position, fine. But he
Yes.
proved last year that he can
Oh,
handle
bro,
tackles just as
he's
well.
that
He can be an
he's that
all-pro tackle too. So if he's
bro.
that good, what's more important, a dominant tackle or a dominant guard?
Well, I think you're covered on the tackle part. As of right now, I think having him, you have that option if you need him to go there. You're not losing anything. But
Well,
I
yeah,
think you have.
if everybody's healthy, like Wayne Brown's healthy, Becton's healthy, he's starting, then yeah, I mean, you leave him at guard, and that's probably your best five. But if somebody goes down, I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
hesitating.
absolutely.
Like he's
But
probably your best tackle right now.
but having him at guard, he does so much because he's able to help. He's able to help inside. He's able to help outside as well. Listen, either way, having him on the field is definitely a plus. But I think having him as a backup, knowing that if somebody went down, like, two or three guys went down, you got him. You got him who come in, and you're not gonna lose anything. Yeah, bro, I feel you with that, man. I do not want Quan to sign with the Steelers, bro. Like, yo, I always
Miles
like
Jack is an
Miles
interesting man.
Jacks,
I was so
bro.
dude. I wish you were there. The Jets had their draft party at MetLife the night they took Darren Lee with, I think it was like the 18th pick. Miles Jack, he was supposed to be like a really early first round pick, and I think he ended up sliding to the second round that year. I was so
Second and
pissed. They had
third.
linebacker, and they didn't go him.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna tell you what I love about my. Remember, something wrong with his knees. It's like
Yeah,
no
that's why
cartilage,
he
is
fell.
bone to
Yeah,
bone.
that's why he
Yeah,
fell,
yeah.
bro.
But you know why I want him for us right now? Because he can actually really cover. He can really cover, yo. He's basically he really is a safety playing linebacker, yo. He would be perfect for this defense. And I'm be honest with you, I think Miles Jackson is a upgrade over Quan. I really do.
PT, I'm coming to my first Jets game for the opener. Can anyone come to the tailgate, and what lot will it be at? All the information is on Tailgate Joe. So you can go to his Instagram page. I think he's got a website. So all the information about tickets and everything are there. But we'll be there as soon as the lots open, 8 o'clock. There's always plenty of food. We did one of the tailgates last year. It was an amazing time, great food, plenty of booze. So definitely come by if you can. Yeah, I remember he was supposed to be an early first round, and then he slid all the way to
Yeah.
the early part of round two. And
I,
the
th- I thought it was I thought it was
I think it
late.
was pick
I thought it was
18 where
late.
they took,
I thought it was
Quinnen
late.
Williams.
I thought it was late in the second round, man. To be honest with you.
No, I'm pretty sure it was early second round because the
Yeah, he
Jaguars
was a
didn't pick
monster
him
though.
in.
He's the best linebacker in the draft that year, other than his knee scope or whatever that was.
All right, so we kind of talked about the O line. I mean, any other moves you feel like they still need to make there? They've already added some depth with Billy
Uh,
Price, Wes
I,
Shyster. I mean, they've got a few guys. So
I'll be honest with you. I'm just praying for health right now. The offensive line to me is solid. I mean, if what we see right now is solid, you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
So I'm kind of happy. Thank you, Armand.
Nia
I,
Boa
I
is
would,
an interesting name we can talk
yeah, nah, he was gonna get cut too, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I just think that the tight end that they're definitely keeping Kuntz. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely going to make the team. You're not going to try to hide him on the practice squad. I don't think that's going to happen. Um, but the line, I'm comfortable. Time. What about you, man? How you feel? I mean, I really feel like what the move, especially getting Turner, that was the last move I wanted. We got quality backup, so I'm okay right now.
The fact that they signed and gave a signing bonus to Cedric Ogbuehi and already cut him, to me, that
Hmm.
suggests they're more than comfortable with what they have on the
Yep,
offensive line.
yep.
If anything, maybe
Because
another guard, but even there, I think they're going to be okay. Between
because you're
Tippmann and
covered.
McGovern. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're covering up. You listen, you realize you brought in better talent. You know what I'm saying? So like the only problems we ever had is our backups came in, and then you got past the backups, it was just trash. You can't have that. Not with Aaron Rodgers. Not this type of season. It's too important.
But yeah, going back to Kenny Yeboah and the tight ends, I mean, if you're keeping your seventh round pick in Kuntz, if we're going to pronounce it that way, to go with Uzama, Conklin, and Ruckert, you're not keeping five tight ends. So
Nah, you're not.
where does that leave Yeboah?
But maybe the practice squad. Like he was on the practice squad most of this year. You know what I'm saying? So I think he'll be fine on the practice squad. I'm okay with that.
All right. And we'll wrap it up, I guess, with the D line, and then we'll start bringing some people on. I'm set on the D line too. You know, between Al
Yeah.
Woods now, you invested another first round pick in McDonald. You know, what more do you really need to do there?
Nope. Nah, me either. Listen, I tell you,
Sign
the only
Quinnen.
week.
That's what you need to do.
He said, yeah, sign, yeah, the most important thing, sign Quinnen. But I feel like everything else is covered though. I think that listen, I think we have a great D line. I think that you get Quinnen back, you get this guy happy. Al Woods was the last piece for me because I was really worried about because we lost Rankin, we lost Shepard, and then the other kid that we signed from Seattle prime time, he's more of a pass rusher. So
Yeah, Quentin Jefferson, right?
yeah, absolutely, yeah, him, absolutely. So I'm happy with what we got right now. We drafted another pass rusher. Johnson's gonna be better. Clemens gonna be better. You know what I'm saying? JFM gonna be better. I mean, so at the end of the day, bro, we got to
Healthy
really.
Carl Lawson. That's what I want to see.
This is gonna be that's gonna be the change, bro. If Lawson is healthy and fully back,
Yep.
watch how he dominates, man. He's gonna, he might get you 14, 15 sacks this year, and everybody's talking about, it was a steal.
He's getting paid enough. He should.
Yeah, true indeed.
All right, so we'll go to the callers. Tyrone, I'll give you the choice to start it off. Do you want analysis? Do you want humor? Or do you want pain?
Let's go with humor.
You want humor? All right.
Yes.
We have that.
What's
Steve,
up,
how you doing, man?
Steve!
What's going on, guys? How
What's
you doing?
up, big dog?
Hello
What's
to
up,
everyone in the chat. Hello to Elmo. Hello to everybody. Great to see you guys. Always great to hear from you guys. So what's going on, guys? What's going on with you?
Off season,
Hanging
you
out,
ready
doing a
for the
show.
Jets? Steve, important question that everyone wants to know. Are you coming to the first game, man?
I haven't decided yet. I mean, listen, it's Monday night. I know it's a Monday night game, and I know I got to work the next day. I haven't fully decided yet.
You don't got no sick days, Steve? It's
No,
Aaron
I mean,
Rodgers'
listen.
debut, man.
Wait. How long does it take you to get to MetLife?
Car without traffic? I'm about just a little under an hour, like 55
okay.
minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're much, Kevin, you're much closer because you're in the other county.
Half hour.
You're much closer than I am.
25-minute difference. So game ends 11:30. Half hour, traffic in the parking lot. You're out of there by 12, home by 1 o'clock. What time do you have to wake up for work?
Pretty early. I start work usually like between 7 and 7:30.
So what time do you get up?
On Mondays I get up before 5, and on Tuesday through Friday I get up after 5.
Oh, perfect. So you get at least 4 hours.
Mm.
And then you can take a nap when you get home.
Aaron Rodgers' first game, Steve.
You're really going to miss Aaron Rodgers' first game in a Jet.
That's hard, bro.
Listen, I haven't decided yet.
Monday
Listen,
night
I want to go.
Bills, September 11th. You're not going to be there.
I want to go, but I want to take a look at the ticket prices because I know the
They're only going to go up.
It don't matter about the prices, Steve. You got to be in the building. No excuses.
I haven't decided yet, but I guess so. Looking at our schedule, though, besides the first game of the year, what other games are you guys looking forward to this year?
All of them.
That Chiefs game is going to be a fun one.
The Chiefs game?
Those first 3 in general, the place should be friggin'
them first 4. It's going to be crazy.
I'm just going to say something right now because, do you guys remember a couple of years ago, and this was the year when Woody Johnson came back from being the ambassador at the UK. Remember during the 2021 season, it was during one of the home games, Woody Johnson tweeted this out on Twitter, or maybe it was the day after the game. He goes, "Why in the hell are there more opposing fans in my stadium than Jet fans?" Well, number one, your team's been crap for the last many years. Your team, you don't draw a lot of fans because your team, the stadium sucks in general, and you just don't know how to run an organization. But now that you have Aaron Rodgers, you realize, oh, here's what's going to happen. You have Aaron Rodgers now. You're going to sell tickets. You're going to get more fans into the game. The building should be rocking. You guys didn't remember that a couple of years ago when he tweeted that out?
I don't.
Steve, this the whole point, though, bro.
Because I see it every week, but I genuinely don't remember him tweeting it out.
We got Aaron Rodgers, bro. At the end of the day, the prices were going up, man. Listen, that's why he got Aaron Rodgers, because he wanted the prices to go up. But Steve, this is the first time in a long time, man. We know that we should have a really good season. Like every year, we on here, we're talking about, we're gonna win these games, or what we should have. This year right here, there's no excuses on why we shouldn't be able to really have challenge for the AFC East and the AFC crown all together. So this is hopefully history.
Is there a game on the schedule that kind of worries about you guys that could be a trap game? Like,
Why should we be worried about anybody?
Yep.
Well, I mean, one game that some Jet fans have talked about that could be a trap game, Week 5 when we go to Denver to play the Broncos. That could be a trap game because obviously, listen, I know we won in Denver last year, but that paid the price, after when Hall tore the ACL, AVT tore his tricep. But the thing is that, the thing is that stadium, the first week of the season, should be electric in that building. Because if it's not electric, then there's a problem.
I wouldn't say a trap game, but I would say that game has a potential to be a letdown game just because of what it's sandwiched around. You've got the Chiefs week 4, primetime TV, and then Broncos after that, and then the Eagles the following week. So, I mean, you got two, that's the Super Bowl matchup sandwiched in between a trip to Denver. So obviously it's always tough going out there, the change of altitude and everything else.
You really think, you guys really think that this team's gonna let down their offensive coordinator, the guy that Aaron Rodgers loved, going back to Denver, who just fired him because he had a diva for a fucking quarterback? You think Aaron Rodgers not gonna go out there and show up and show out? Let me tell you what, Steve. I don't know if you purchased our new shirts, but it's called what's it say? Prime time. Be the Dragon.
Come the Dragon.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, at the end of the day, Steve, I don't care about no trap game. I don't care about nobody on our schedule because for the first time in a long time, we got more than a fighter's chance against anybody.
Okay. No. Okay. All right, Tyrone. Okay. I listen. I hear you, man. And listen, I respect your answer. Respect what you said. But the thing is, going back to Quinnen, I mean, listen, I'm not worried about the thing with Quinnen Williams right now. I mean, I understand he did his thing on Twitter, but at the same time, I'm gonna say this: it should be done before training camp. Because if it doesn't get done before training camp, then we realize, okay, then there's something going on.
If he doesn't have a deal before training camp, do you think he'll be there?
Would you be okay? Because someone said this on social media today. 4-year, $96 million deal, $24 million guaranteed. Would you guys be okay with that? Or
I'd be fine with it. I think he's going to want more than that, though.
He's going to want more than that, Steve. Steve, his deal's going to be like probably 150, Steve. I mean, it's going to be fake years, probably 150, 75 million guaranteed, something like that.
I'm going to say 5 years, like 126-ish, somewhere around there. It's going to be more than 25 million a year. It'll average out to slightly more than 25 million.
And by the way, Tyrone, you mentioned earlier about Kwon. I would like to see Kwon come back because obviously we saw when he went to go visit the Steelers. Because the thing is, Kwon knows the system here. He knows the defensive system. But the thing is though, like one game I'm also looking forward to this year is I know this game is on the road, but it's also going to be the first game when the Jets go to Vegas for the first time. When they go to Vegas. That should be that should be an electric game in Vegas. I mean, obviously,
are you going to that one? Are you going to that one to hang out with Tyrone and Tyson and bail them out of jail, or are you gonna make me do it?
Nah, I think I'm gonna leave that to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. We need prime time. We need the voice of reason. We need the second voice of reason for real. Thanks for calling in, Steve. Appreciate it, bro.
No problem, guys. Have a good night. Bye bye.
You too, man. Be good.
All right, Steve. You think Steve can handle me and Tyson together? She was gonna happen.
Imagine that in the club.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, you could be peeling the ladies off of you.
Hey man, Steve is that guy, man.
All right, so I'm gonna give you another choice. Do you want analysis or do you want pain?
Analysis. I don't want pain in that, bro. So right. I'm trying to duck that long as possible. Analysis.
What's going on?
Hey, what's up, OG?
If you guys end up getting in trouble in Vegas, you should have Afram on the call B, okay? Because that dude can talk his way out of anything. He'll just be nice and soothing and calming, and he'll just be like, "Hey,
just open your cell right up."
Yeah, we don't need any bail. Look, they got out of hand. Like he'll smooth talk his way out of it.
Oh, okay. That's why he's the voice of reason, man.
Yeah,
he's always laid back. Yo.
So I was able to get 2 scouting reports done for you guys, and I figured I'd go, throughout a couple weeks here. That way we have a little bit of material to keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
awesome.
So we're gonna start with 1 and 2. We're gonna start with your boy Will McDonald, okay? And I'll give you guys exactly what they look for, height wise and everything from NCAA going into the NFL. So the height that they're looking for is 6'4", and the weight has to be at least 261. Okay, so that's what they're looking for coming into the NFL. He's undersized, so it says that he's 236. Right now, he's around 242, I think he is, but he's 6'4". Okay, Will McDonald. The first thing that you notice with this kid is that when that ball snaps, he's quick. He goes. It's not a bull rush, but he does have that hook. Okay, so when he hooks, he follows through with the hook, and he makes sure that the arm of the other guy is behind him, which is like key, because it's almost like, you ever see those guys that run and they're like half-ass, and they'll go like this, and then they push, and then they're like, all right, we're done. Yeah, you don't, like, he doesn't do that. And the greatest thing is, I've seen film when the quarterbacks are standing there in the pocket like they're comfortable, and you don't just see a hand like moving in to try and get the ball. You see his whole body just shoot in and just hit the dude. And it's like, damn, like he has the quickness off the snap, and then he still has the speed off of the bend. And his bend is ridiculous. Like, he really has his hip movement. His hips are really good with bending down and across, and like he knows how to get under and or push the arms away. And that comes from his jiu-jitsu, knowing how to work his way through. And I love that he still does it. So which means like he's tuned. He's ready to roll.
You saw that spinning kick he did on the practice field?
Yeah. It was pretty dope. Let me see what else. So they're talking about the 4-eye and the wide 9. So he did play. I don't know if you can still see me. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. He can play right or left side. It doesn't matter where he goes. He's still doing it. He's still hooking left, hooking right, which is great. But if you set him even more outside and you send him in this way, he's just going to be a trap dude that's going to end up opening up a gap so somebody else can come in, a linebacker, Mosley's speed coming in. Those, you know what I mean? It's going to be perfect, but he's not going to be overused. I think this is going to be great.
I just wanted to ask real quick, like, what do you expect his role to be like early on in the season? Like, just considering the guys that they're bringing back from last year with Jermaine Johnson, Michael Clemens, like, do you think he's just going to be a third down guy, or is he going to be an every down player?
I think he's going to be third down guy, kind of like what Jermaine Johnson was, right? They keep getting these guys, and they're like, hey, we're just going to keep putting you into the system. We already got our big dogs here. They're going to teach you exactly how to do it. And he's kind of like a pup. Like, he's a small dude, right? Like, but on the other hand, he has one thing that nobody else has on this line, and that is speed. Like, I think he ran like a 4.54 or something, or I forget what it was, but he's fucking fast. Yeah. So, and he's just,
I got 2 questions for you, Dirty. So I think with him, I've been looking at that wide 9 is really going to benefit him, and people don't understand that. And what he was doing in college, so the base 9 is when you're in front of the tackle. The wide 9 is going to place him way out here with his speed. And how similar is he to Huff? Because I know Huff's a smaller guy as well. He's more of a Huff type player?
I don't think Huff has that kind of speed. I think Huff has that aggression. Huff has good aggression, and he has a high motor. He has the same kind of motor that Huff does, absolutely. So it's like, if you were to put both of those guys, one on one side and one on the other, and then you clog the middle, that pocket's closing. I'm telling you now, that pocket's closing. They ain't gonna go nowhere. So this is the other thing I noticed. He has an incredible misdirection. He can juke like a running back in a tackle. Now, if he can do that in the NFL and it works, that's something else. So we're talking NCAA to to the NFL. So, I mean, will those tricks work? We're not sure, I like the pick just because it's not a blue chip guy. It's not. Let's just, we got to put put the chips down where they lay. Okay, it's not a blue chip guy, but it doesn't mean that he cannot wreak havoc in this defense because this defense is just for a rotation.
What did you see about like his ability to play the ball as well? I know that was one of the traits along like with his bend that all the scouts were talking about after he got drafted. That he's a guy that around the pocket, he's always looking to get that strip sack.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, once he notices that the quarterback does not step back into the pocket, it's all game. It's almost like he gets an extra burst. Like he notices it, and it's like a ravaged dog, dude. Like he sees it. And that's when it's almost like it's kind of weird. It's almost like the fuck off me. Like he has that kind of he has that in him. But then when you see him in front of the camera, he's like, yeah, I just really try really hard. And but when he's he's at Michael Clemens.
Yeah. Whoever wants to smoke.
Whoever wants to smoke, baby, yo. And you know what else is crazy too? He has a really nasty spin move too. I saw that, he was doing that spin move. Like it was nothing, like it was like he's been doing it for years. This kid's gonna be a steal, bro. I like him a lot.
And I just don't want. I know we deserve a lot as Jets fans, we do, right? I just don't want our fans to be like, hey, how come he doesn't have this many sacks? How come he doesn't have this many that? Jermaine Johnson didn't have that many last year either. I think he's gonna have a really good progression this year, Jermaine Johnson.
A big jump.
And I think they're just gonna keep doing that. They're just going to keep adding people each year. Running back and defensive line and offensive line. Watch, every year they're going to get one of those three. Every year it's going to happen. We didn't really get any linebackers or anything. I personally think if we were going to do linebacker, we should have gotten Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell's an animal.
Yeah, he's a beast.
That dude, and I like the way and the weird thing is he can cover. Like in a couple games, you see him like turn and hip. Oh, you're going to throw this way, turn and hip, but head was straight on the quarterback. Like he didn't, like it looked like he was in the combine again. I was like, damn, like that. And you got all those pads on you. Like, but I digress. I would have loved this. If any linebacker, I would have loved to get him. Can I move on to Joe Tippmann?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah, go ahead.
So what they're looking for, they don't really specify throughout the offensive line, but they do like the tackles to be usually the tallest, right? Like the Ravens got a 6'9", 380-pound guard, I think last year. No, it's the biggest that's ever been in the combine. He's huge. I think they got him in the second or third round, but usually they look for tackles, right? But Tippmann is 6'6", 317. The average they want to see is 6'4", 315. So he's on the cusp. He beats it by 2 pounds, 2 inches. They're worried about, not they, but analysts are worried about how big he is in that center position. But being 6'6", you have to know how to bend down. You have to know how to crouch, right? And that can take some toll on your knees. That can take toll on your ankles. That can take toll on your hips. He's learned it as soon as he understood that it was going to be a problem. So he learned exactly how to do it. Now, when the ball is hiked, 2 things. His feet are very fast. Like for a big guy, he moves his feet just like the pity patties. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't take big steps. He's like, all right, we're going to take our time here and make sure I know who I'm blocking. And then he's patient, which is very, very difficult to do sometimes. When you see the defensive scheme starting to happen, all right, we're going to do here and rush the A gap, right? We're going to push these guys here. So the linebacker, he knows exactly what's happening and he can see it coming and he'll wait. He'll wait for it to unfold. He won't block anybody. And as soon as he sees that one person come over, he will lay them the fuck out. I love his patience. His patience is great. And I do think I agree with I forget who one of you guys said it, but I agree that he is going to win the starting position. I think because they're going to groom him.
At center, right?
Yeah, I really think I think he's going to win it because you have a backup that's always healthy. Always healthy. Like McGovern is not like, look, he's not your everyday center that you want year to year to year to year, but he's durable. Like My man shows up every week.
They're not paying him a
and-
lot either.
Not at all. Not at
no.
all. Not at all. Really, teams really do.
Yeah, that's a backup salary. I mean, if we're gonna look at it, that's the way. That's kind of what Cologne's getting paid. That's kind of what Worcestershire sauce is getting paid. Like that's what they're getting paid right now. I think it's perfect for Aaron Rodgers to groom this kid. Dude, this is how I want the ball. This is the way. This is what you have to do. And he's a yes sir kind of kid. Yes sir, no sir. Like you heard him on the phones. Like he listens.
Not even just Rodgers, but having Tomlinson on one side and AVT if things pan out on the other side.
Yes.
I mean, what two
That's-
better
that's
guys to have anchoring you? That's
and being able to run, because I heard he's really, really good at run blocking and pass blocking. But so the kid is. I definitely think he wins the position. What's the one knock on the kid that, other than his height and weight? What's the one thing that the scouts are worried about this kid, his ability or lack thereof?
Sometimes he leaves his chest open. So like as soon as he does like hike the ball, like he has great ability to stand there and make sure that nobody gets past me. But when he's doing that and he is figuring out who he's gonna block when he is patient, he goes like this. And it's like, all right, no, you still have to be here. Okay. You cannot be here because if somebody does decide to block you and go after you, that's it. Game's done. Okay. And then they penetrate through the middle. Right. And then you have Aaron Rodgers running for his life. Right. It's not that hard to fix, to be honest with you. I think, think about the offensive offensive line coach we have from the Titans. They ran the ball. I mean, I think he's set up for success, to be honest, with all of this.
And just real quick, do you think his future is also going to be at center? Because you mentioned, the 6'6" and the bending down. Like, do you think that's going to, be an issue maybe like 5 or 6 years from now, or could he have a long career just playing center?
I mean, he's young enough to where he can just, I think he's good with it. You know what I mean? Until he says nay. You know what I mean? But I think he's going to be here for the long haul for center, I think if Joe Douglas was going to do anything and think about short term, he would have gone with Schmidt.
Yep.
He's a little bit older.
And you know what's so funny when you saying that, Dirty? Like, Joe D had this choice of centers that he could have took. And everyone thought he was taking Smiths, you know what I'm saying? Everyone assumed that. And so to take the kid that he took, man, I feel like Joe D feels that in the long run, this kid is going to be a much valuable asset. And he's a big dude. One last question, Dirty. How was his buckling down? Like, so how offensive linemen, when they get pushed back, they kind of sink down. How is his sink down ability? Is he really good at that with his weight wise and stuff?
When he's getting pushed back, or just kind of like when he's ready, like.
When he gets pushed back, is he like an immovable object, more or less? Once he sets down and drops down.
No, dude, he pushes back. His strength is ridiculous. So when he pushes back, you better be ready. This kid did 30 reps at 225. Okay, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. On top of, don't forget that Wisconsin, I believe, was ranked 11th offensive line. And it's like you have to have something going there. You can't, you know what I mean? 11th in the NCAA is no joke. You know what I mean? Like I would say top 15 is pretty solid. And the Iowa, their defense was actually ranked. I mean, not overall, but in like certain areas more so. I think FBS number 4. So these two kids are coming from places that expect a lot.
I like it.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Well done, man. Give out your info. Dude. I always see you posting videos and stuff. So yeah, give out all your info.
Yeah, everything is at Iconicalwear, IKONICALWEAR. That's YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok. I actually just put up two interviews. One with Connie Scouts that I did. I think it was a year or two ago. Yeah, she's great. I had Carpenter on there twice. I also had John Wooten, who was a blocker for Jim Brown back in the 60s. He was my teacher for the scouting process. And he gave me just story after story after story about racism in the 60s and just like for 2 hours, just football knowledge. So
I'm gonna tell you why I love Dirty. Prime time, because doing the draft, me and Dirty texted like, I had to ask him, is my man good? He was like, hold on, nah, he good, bro. Listen, when they yelled out my man, I was like, no clue who this kid was, man. And,
no,
he was like,
look,
nah,
I had to do my
good.
research too. I had to do my research too, and I know you guys got other callers, so I'll just say my 2 cents on Quinnen. He's gonna get signed, dude. Like, but this is everybody's looking right now. Everybody is looking and be like, how do they treat this situation? Do we want to be here in the future if he's not going to treat Quinnen right? But at the end of the day, remember, this is the last guy that is. I know he's done everything right, so just devil's advocate. This is the last guy of Joe McCagnon. It was not Joe Douglas's pick. So, like, that could hold some weight. I hope it doesn't. Like, I hope we sign him. We give him whatever he wants. So.
No, you're right. It definitely shouldn't matter because, I mean, Quinnen's put in his time. He's gotten better every year.
Every year,
one of
bro.
the top defensive linemen in all of football. So, absolutely, that's the guy you want sticking around. So.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Sorry for taking up so much time, guys.
We're doing 3 and 4 next week. We're doing 3 and 5 next week, right?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, running
back.
Yeah, I can. If I'm on, I'll try to have those things ready. But I did buy airfare for week 2. I'm already in Dallas. All right, just letting you guys know.
Let's go. All right, thanks, Dirty. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, guys.
Good night, bro.
I love when he comes on his breakdown.
That was awesome.
He really puts it up. Yeah, man. Always.
He knows his stuff.
Yeah, he does, bro. Like I said, bro, time, the whole draft, all weekend long, bro. He's back and forth. He's really on it, man. He gives it he does it from a scout perspective, but he gives it to it as a fan. So we're able to explain stuff that, you know what I mean, that a lot of people wouldn't know. You know what I mean?
All right, so now the pain. You ready?
Yeah, nice.
What's up?
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Long time no talk.
Oh. I see you got your drink over there. What you sipping on, V?
What you drinking?
Cuba Libre.
Cuba Libre.
Why did I know that?
It's always something fancy.
Always, man. V, I always get that good stuff at the crib.
Yeah, no, because the other day I was visiting my grandparents for Mother's Day. I found my grandfather's old work uniform. You can see it.
Wait,
now you know my grandfather's name.
Bro, I can't see that, but it's cool though.
Wait.
Hey, no problem.
Hold on, let me actually do it so you can actually see it. Let me do it so you can actually see it.
Somebody, what does it say? I can't see that prime time.
I can't see it, but I mean, what's the
uniform?
Now? I can't see what it says.
It's Julio, it's Julio, and it says Stallmeyer. He was a meat packer.
Oh, nice.
Okay, cool.
Tyrone loves meat packing.
That's cool, bro.
I thought I'd just wear it, while sipping his favorite beverage, Bacardi Black.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. That's cool, bro. That's, you know what, V? That's dope, man. That's dope, man. Question, though, man. Are you going to the first game, bro?
I gotta pay for a hotel in San Juan, right?
I thought you got a free trip to San Juan.
Airfare. That's airfare. I still gotta pay for the hotel, man.
Okay, I mean.
So you're not going to the opener, is what you're saying?
Yeah, probably not. I doubt, like I said, unless barring something unforeseen happening in between now and September, I am probably not going to end up going there. I'm going to try to get out to at least one game.
Let me guess. Patriots game.
How would you know that, prime time?
Well, honestly, the tickets are cheaper, so you can't blame me there.
So what are your thoughts on this whole Quinnen Williams saga? Do you think he's going to get signed anytime soon? Do you think it drags out into training camp?
No, I'm not worried about it. Like I said, look, we all know until it becomes a problem, I'm not going to worry about it. I trust the front office. Look, everyone said it. Quinnen's done everything right. He's played his heart out. He's not fussed. He's not whined up. He's not complained. He's not been a whiner or complainer. He's not throwing some hissy fit like Jamal did. So he's done everything right, and he's shown you that he is a stud, and you got to pay those. And studs don't grow on trees. So when you find a stud, you got to pay him. Am I right?
Well said.
Right. That's said, V.
I don't know if I would say I'm disgusted with any aspect of the team. If you're talking about Quinnen Williams, this is a negotiation with a player that's going to top $100 million in a contract. So there's a lot of particulars that we probably have no idea about as far as language and stuff like that. Give it some time. This thing's going to get handled out.
And I think really, it's all tactics, bro. It's all measuring and pushing. I mean, they're gonna at the end of the day, they're gonna find a way to get it done. Listen, because any contract has to be beneficial for both parties. I mean, it's what it is. It's not personal business. So.
Also, want to ask you guys. I want to hear your thoughts on the NFL. I'm putting a playoff game on Peacock.
I have no thoughts on it.
Nah, me either.
No, you don't.
Is it only going to be available on Peacock?
Yeah, one of the wildcard games, exclusively Peacock only. The one streaming site nobody even bothers watching.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be at the Jets home playoff game.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're gonna be at the game anyway.
Yeah, the Jets home playoff game. Don't worry about it.
We're not gonna.
Yeah, it
won't affect us.
No, okay. Yeah. So, all right. There's something else I want to talk about. What are your thoughts on that stupid take? That's all of his take. They were ranking cornerback rooms. They put the Jets second behind the Dolphins.
I mean, bro, listen.
I'm not going to argue with the second ranking.
Nah, not at all. Because at the end of the day, I think Ram. He's not what he was. The other kid is really, really nice though. Not gonna hold you. Their safeties are pretty decent as well, and they got a really good defensive coordinator, so they're gonna play better. There's nobody better than Sauce and Reed in this league. Period. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Jet fan. That's just factual. I mean, when you break it down, Sauce was number. Hold on. I'm gonna ask you a question. Sauce is number 1. I think Reed was ranked number 5, and Reed got a Pro Bowl snub, which is really crazy. But they really, and even Carter, bro, is top 15. You know what I'm saying? Now listen, they could improve Carter. I wanted Alexander from Green Bay. They could have made that happen. Oh my God, that's a no-fly zone prime time. It's over. Go ahead, V.
I love Sauce. I love how much people hate him and they love to whine about the holding shit. It's always fun to be.
It's physical.
The thing is, and here is the trump card to be the dunk on any idiot calling Sauce for holding. That if Sauce is getting favorable calls for holding, why isn't the offense getting favorable calls? I mean, if you're going to call favorable calls for defense, why are you not going to call favorable calls for offense?
Hey, listen, Vin, you know what I just told my homeboy this today. I'm gonna say to you, a hater's job is to what? Hate. Let them hate. You know how you set them up, you win.
All right, now I'm going to ask you this important question. Very important. All right, what do you think in your opinion, what do you think are the odds of the Jets breaking their record for most wins in a season?
I don't care. I mean, I just want to win. We make the playoffs, home playoff games, man. However it is, I'm not going that far. It's a long season, V.
What's their most wins? The 12-4?
It'd be the 12-4, 98. That's their bet.
I think they'll top that, or at least match it. At the very least, they're going to match it.
I feel their floor. I feel like this team's floor is 12. I think that's their floor. I think they can maybe reach 4. I think it's probably 12 to 14 wins.
Come on, man.
Still way too early.
Come on, man. Listen.
Let's get
I know. Listen. I know last. I know last week, man, I jumped off the building, you know what I mean, with that crazy, ridiculous take. Listen, man, it's going to be a long season. I'm just being real with you. I was real hyped. I thought we would go, you know what I'm saying, 14-3, you know, or 16-1. It doesn't matter, but it's going to be a long season, bro. Hope we stay healthy. So
honestly, that's the key. Honestly, the key is staying healthy, And look, I like this. I like to start. Honestly, we'll talk about the schedule. I like the way the schedule starts out. You got some tough opponents, the proving ground. You have the Patriots to finally get the monkey off the back. Finally beat them after being humiliated 8 years in a row. I mean, 8 games. Yeah. What is it? 8 years in a row, right? Am I right about that?
2015. So yeah.
7. I think 7. whatever. It's been a long time. It's been 14 games. So
you want to get that monkey off your back. You want to be able to beat the Patriots. I don't want to hear it from them anymore. You know, you want to beat them. You get that. Then you get the Super Bowl champion Chiefs. So statement if you can win that game, that can be big. That could play into you getting a first round bye. I really like this how the schedule starts out. Then it kind of mellows out towards the end of the season.
I need to mellow out.
Oh yeah, you want some Bacardi?
I'm good. Do you have any music before we let you go?
None right now, man.
Thank you, V. Hey man, good call, bro. Have a good day, man.
All right, good day. Also before this, because I'm gonna end this with this. Is there any mothers watching? I hope you guys had a wonderful Mother's Day.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Shout out to all the wonderful moms out there. Well said, V-Man. Good talking to you, bro. All right, you too.
Are you taking off your? See, you might take the shirt off right now. Why did you ask that question? Because if he would have, if you decided to put the guitar out, it'd have been me and you tonight, bro.
I gave him time. He declined. All right, and we will now go to the closer.
Yo!
My guy, Howard.
Yo, what's up? Is that the new wheelchair?
Yeah.
All right. Big dog.
That new T-shirt?
Kind
of slim fit. You looking buff in that?
Right? Yeah, I'm good. Not in this shirt, but no.
What's going on, man? How are you?
PT, if Vincent would have said yes and brought out that guitar, I would have left.
Hey, I was saying the whole thing. Your prime time was like, yeah, you're the amazing. He ain't even played without asking to play yet. I ain't getting no James Brown or BB King or none of that, man.
I need some Lincoln Park, something.
Hey, Jose, I got an important question though, man. I got an important question. Tyson told me to ask you. Has Primetime made it on your show yet?
What?
Has Primetime made it on your show yet?
We haven't set it up yet. We have not set it up yet.
Nobody can say anything to me.
We have not set it up yet. PT, you said after the season, right?
Wow!
Last regular season game this week. We start states next week, and then season will be over.
How your team looking? You haven't said much about the kid. How they looking, bro?
This has been a great year. Top to bottom. Varsity's been crushing it. They're 16-5 now, ranked probably somewhere 4th or 5th going into the state tournament.
So,
and, my freshmen are 7-3. So
all listen, hold on. Hey, you want to hear something crazy? Listen.
Go ahead, Tyler.
Oh no, I was just real quick. I was in Indiana last week, and I was getting unloaded. Got there super hella late. I was late all week. So the guy I was talking to, he was unloading. He was leaving early. He was like, "Yo," he said, "Yeah, my baseball team got a game." And I said, "How your season going, Coach?" He's like, "Man, we had a really good season last year, but he had 10 seniors leave last year."
Yep.
Like, so he said, we got a couple players back. We got all freshmen. I said, yeah. I said, it's the growing pains season now. He's like, yeah, man. He said, well, but once I said, in a couple years, he's like, yeah, he said, we got a couple kids that are really, really good. I said, yeah, man, my homeboy Primetime did the same thing, bro. I said, he went through that not too long ago. When you lose them players, it takes a while for the other ones to get up, man. So
it's honestly fun going through some of those years, though, when you get to watch the kids like grow and mature.
And get better. Yeah.
Like, what you got, man?
I have a question.
Go ahead, bro.
Can the varsity team play better than the Mets?
Absolutely, yes.
Wow.
Right now. Although Pete Alonso just hit a 2-run homer. Not that it's going to matter. It's still a 7-3 game, but
still 7-3.
Yeah.
Hey, Jose.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, bro. Yo, who you got in this Lakers Denver series?
The Nuggets.
Man,
Nuggets all day.
Yo, listen. Nah, hey.
Don't come on here make your LeBron.
I'm just saying, bro. I want the Lakers to win. I do not like Denver.
Tyro. I am going to say something very controversial. For the past 14 So 15 years. I am not like LeBron James.
Oh, don't feel bad.
Ever since Nike dropped that stupid commercial with him and Kobe being puppets. When he had no ring and he was counting rings like he had already won.
Well,
I stopped liking him after the decision. That was it for me.
Yeah. That 1, that 2, that 3. But listen,
not just that, but when you're supposed to be the GOAT, you don't try to team up with other GOATs that you're trying to beat.
No.
Like,
I want to clarify something for you real quick. If y'all give me a few minutes, I want to clarify something for you real quick.
Go ahead.
So I have this conversation all the time, right? So most people in y'all era, they really love LeBron and think he's the GOAT. The problem he's not the GOAT is this: you went to 9 finals and you lost 6 of them. There's no GOAT there. He's a great player. He's the best. He's the all-time leading scorer. He'll go down in history for that. If you're having a Jordan debate and LeBron debate, it's going to be Jordan. Hold on, now I'm gonna get to Kobe. So Kobe is the next thing that we had to Michael Jordan, right? The problem with LeBron is this: Kobe and Michael Jordan, when the game was on the line, they would dominate.
They wanted to
exactly. But see, my problem with LeBron is they lost to the Dallas Mavericks. You had fucking Jason Kidd checking you. There is no fucking way. If you're that guy, be that guy all the time. That's my problem. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the problem I have. That's the problem I have with him. You know what I'm saying?
You guys just smell like a basketball pod.
Yeah.
I have never been more happy to call you my uncle.
Got you, nephew. I mean, it's just true. Listen, like I'm gonna tell you something else. Like Jokic, right? I don't like him. Everybody's like, you hate him. Because you're not gonna tell me you're the best player in the league and don't show me every night. Yeah, he gives you triple double. But what does he do? Like, listen, you know what? Hold on, I'm gonna tell you this, and this sounds so bad. Hey, mom, I'm gonna tell you what sounds so bad. Hey, mom.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing, Mom?
Good, how are you? Hi, guys.
Yes, Mom. Hey, Mom, in prime time would have been on the show that day. He'd have met Mom. So, me and my mom like that, bro. That's me and Mom. That's Mom right there.
That's my bad.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good evening. Enjoy the game.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I am.
But he don't dominate like that. That's why when you got a guy like him who don't dominate, like LeBron. Okay, LeBron give you a triple double, right? You think a guy have a triple double, you think he did a good game, but he give you 22, like 10 rebounds, 12 assists. But LeBron, your team needs you to score. Like, listen, just because you make the right basketball play doesn't mean it's the right play to make. If you run down the court, you got to get the ball to your center who can't handle the ball on the wing. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I love. I'm not gonna take nothing from LeBron. He is absolutely top 5 in the league. But he's not ever. Don't ever compare him to Jordan. Jordan won 6 championships, 6 MVPs. He never lost a championship game. You can't compare to that. You know what I'm saying? They're 2 different monsters, bro. Now, when it comes to passing or whatever, he's good, huh?
Amen.
Yeah, it does.
We all actually agree on something.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And you know what's crazy? Boston is about to beat the brakes off Miami. Like, listen, if they play up the potential. Well, listen, this is the thing, right? I don't think the Lakers can beat Boston. They struggle with young wing players. They got the best 2 in the league.
It's gonna be Denver, Boston.
Huh?
It's gonna be Denver, Boston.
If it is, I probably would have to root for Boston, and that probably hurt me more than anything. Bro, I do not like Denver, bro. I don't like them. I can't root for them.
I agree with Tyrone.
What's the reason you don't like Denver, though? Like, it's not like they try to form this super team. Like they built it pretty much organically. Like,
I don't think they're a good basketball team. I don't listen. They got some. They're deep. They're a great bench. They just don't do it for me, bro. I don't like it. I don't know why I don't like them. It's like Utah. I never knew why I didn't like Utah. I just didn't like them. So
and I don't root for a Colorado team.
Yeah.
Because of what happened with Kobe.
Yeah, man. Kobe.
Last question before we let you go, Jose. Thoughts on Al Woods?
Elwood.
Contract today. It was 1 year, $2.2 million. Seems like pretty good value.
He's a good big man inside, but can he stay healthy the whole season? Is the question.
But in our rotation, he should be good though, because we're not actually.
We rotated him last year.
Okay.
He's still got
what about the other guy we got from y'all? Was it Jennings?
That's he's not much of it. I mean, he's he's below what's the guy you guys were talking about earlier? The defensive end.
Lawson.
No.
Johnson. Clemens. Huff. Okay.
He's below Huff.
Oh wow.
That's his game though, like more speed.
If he can, he picks his spot. He picks his spot. That's all I'd say.
Well, I mean,
works for me. They're all going to be on the field anyway. So.
Yeah, well, Quinnen on the other side is going to make it a whole lot easier for him anyway, though.
All right, guys. Love you guys. Have a good night.
All right, bro. Love you, bro. We good, man.
Always good catching up with you, bro.
Jose, the Jet fan Rodriguez.
All right, so not too bad. Hour and 15 minutes. I would have had you done in an hour if not for the basketball conversation, but that was you.
Always a pleasure, man. Yo, listen, getting ready to get things popping. Season coming around. Yo, we want to see you guys at this first game, man. Yo, it's gonna be big tailgate. Yo, I think I'm going to Dallas, and I know I'm probably doing Vegas for sure.
So that means we're gonna be at the first 4 games. It looks like between the opener, trip to Dallas, and then Patriots and Chiefs at home.
Yeah, bro.
So definitely, if you're gonna be at week 1, or if you're thinking about going. Check out Tailgate Joe and all his information. We'll be in the lot as soon as it opens. Should be an unbelievable time. Cannot wait. Still a long time away, though. Thank you again to everybody that ordered shirts. I believe the first round are all going out this weekend. And thank you to everybody that joined us tonight. We'll be back Thursday night, NYJF. Check us out. Talk to you guys then.
Salute.